Hey, it's Reese. I'm back with another Beatdowns Fights video, so I'm back at it again. So, like I say, each day I do 3 per day. Yesterday I did 4 because I was home alone. So, sometimes I might do 4, sometimes I'll do 3, and so tomorrow and during the week, I'll just do 3, but some days I might do 4 if I'm home alone or something like that, so, like, like for example, so like in this video, because I do fights, so basically we take like David Cohen's Superman, and I put him up against like Red Hulk, for example, or I do the Xenophage versus the Reek from Star Wars, or the Mudhorn from The Mandalorian versus, I don't know, Jango Fett, for example. So let's get to it. So the fights I got here, the first one I got Sentry against Hancock. After that fight, got the Gummy Monsters going up against Dan and Diego. So it's a team up. After that one, got Shelob against the Mark 1 Iron Man suit. After that one, got Darth Maul versus Yoda. After that one, got Penny from the Big Bang Theory against Sam Puckett from iCarly. The last fight got Lockdown versus Optimus Primal. So who wins these fights? Well, I'm gonna find out here. So the thing with Sentry from the new Thunderbolts movie, he's honestly very tough. Like, the Thunderbolts themselves are like my second favorite team in all of fiction. For me, it goes to Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, and the 2021 Suicide Squad. So basically, Sentry is very powerful in that movie. But the thing is here, he was able to beat up on street level super soldiers like Winter Soldier, Red Guardian, Elena, Ghost, those guys. But that's the only thing he was doing. But when the evil version of Sentry comes out, which is the Void, watch out. The Void was able to send people into the Shadow Realm and crash a helicopter. The thing with Hancock, though, is I actually loved that movie, but only one scene I did not like. And I'm not gonna say because it's just gonna be. I don't think you two allow me to say it, though, so I'm not gonna say it. So the thing with Hancock, he's honestly very strong, though. He's very tough. Like, he was. Like, with one punch, he was actually able to stop a speeding train with one powerful punch. But because, like, between the two, they can both fly. But I still think because if Sentry can overheat Bucky's arm, I still think Sentry would beat Hancock in a fight. So this is a fun fight. It's the Gummy Monsters from the 90s Apocalypse against Dan and Diego. So Dan was in that exact same movie, but Diego's from Ice Age. So the thing with the Gummy Monsters, their only weakness is soapy water, which is not that great though. But Gummy Monsters are obviously very, very, very tough and strong here. Like the thing is here, they're not really great as fighters though. So I just had to look at my phone for a second. So the things with the Gummy Monsters, they're not really great as physical fighters, but they're still very strong though. Like, they can actually manhandle other people like Dan and all those guys. But who are the Gummy Monsters going up against in this fight? Well, they're going to Dan and Diego. So Dan from the Zoo Apocalypse did get affected by the Gummy Monsters. But not actually for very long now. But still, he was crazy strong. Like, he has his teeth and claws. But the thing is here is, Dan is going against the Gummy Monsters with Diego. So basically, it's the Gummy Monsters versus a team up here. So Diego from the Ice Age movies, Diego is actually my favorite character in those movies. Diego is obviously very strong, same as Stan here, because Stan is a fictional animation mountain lion, but Diego is a fictional animation saber-tooth tiger. So yeah, Diego is strong because of that here, but he does have his claws and teeth. But because of the gummy monsters affect both of them, yet they're not going to win the fight. But basically, like, when I thought about this fight, I still think the gummy monsters would win because just how strong these things are. So basically, the movie was about a meteorite came to Earth, but it went to the zoo, but became smaller, and the animals got infected. So basically, the gummy monsters are very strong now, but because the thing with Dan and Diego, they're great in the fight, but I still think the gummy monsters would win that fight. So this is a fun fight. It's Shelob against the Mark 1 Iron Man suit. So I don't know if I actually said my top three for Iron Man suits, but for me it's the Hulkbuster, Mark 1, and the Bleeding Edge armor. So Shelob from the Lord of the Rings is a giant monster spider. So Shelob is obviously very strong though, but very, very tough. But what is Shelob going to be do? What Shelob going to do against the Mark 1? So the Mark 1, you didn't really see a lot of the Mark 1 because it was only the beginning of the first Iron Man movie. But Mark 1 was actually physically strong and tough. The only two things it was using was rockets and fire. So it had flamethrowers and rockets. But basically the Mark 1 was designed to actually be in combat. Like, Shelob might be able to win maybe with her size and strength and all that. But because if the Mark 1 can set it on fire, yeah, I can see the Mark 1 winning that one. Like, again, I don't want to scare kids, but I can see that happening here. So yeah, because all that the information I'm giving you here, I think Mark 1 would win that fight. So the next fight is a Star Wars fight. It's Darth Maul against Yoda. So you might be thinking, well, yeah, Yoda wins, easy. But let me talk about the fight though. So Darth Maul and Yoda are both innocent characters. Darth Maul is actually my top 5 favorite Star Wars characters, easy. I think for me it goes Han Solo, Chewbacca, General Grievous, Darth Maul, and the last one's a toss-up between Finn and Poe. Like, Darth Maul is obviously very skilled in a fight, and he has a double-blade lightsaber, so yeah, he does have a big advantage there, but he is a great Force user too. Like, basically, in the Phantom Menace, when he first encountered Qui-Gon Jinn, they were equally matched. But in the end of that movie, he actually completed his goal. He killed Qui-Gon Jinn. But the same with Darth Maul, he was more fleshed out in the Clone Wars series. So he was able to fight against Obi-Wan and Anakin in that series. But Yoda is obviously very powerful too. Like, he's basically the Grandmaster of all the Jedis here. Like, Yoda is very, very, very powerful here. Like, he was commands other Sith Lords quite easy. Like, he was in the prequel movies, he was going up against Count Dooku and Palpatine. But in the Clone Wars series, he was going against Ventress, I think Palpatine again. So he is very powerful, and he's quite powerful with the Force. But because the thing with Darth Maul, though, he has double-bladed lightsaber. So basically, like, if you compare a double-bladed to a single-bladed lightsaber, the double-bladed would definitely win every single time. Because basically, when Darth Maul was fighting against Qui-Gon, yeah, he actually overpowered single-bladed right there. And I can actually see that happening here too. So basically, when Darth Maul unites his lightsaber, he actually uses both sides every single time. And I can actually see him swinging his lightsaber. Yoda does his lightsaber, but he can actually go around because he's quite automatic. and Yoda is too, but because the Darth Maul can basically like jump over his lightsaber, that's way more impressive. So yeah, I think Darth Maul would beat Yoda here. So this is a funny fight, but I actually thought it would be fun to put Penny from the Bang Bang Theory into my fights here. So this is Penny, give me a Sam Puckett. So basically, these two are just human beings in their own universes, Bang Bang and iCarly. But this would be an interesting fight though. So Sam from, because the thing is, I never actually did a fight with Sam in these videos. But Sam Puckett herself is very strong though. Like, in their own universes, they were like bullies who bullying around people. And Sam and Penny can actually like basically overpower them. Like Sam is definitely goes all out in the fight, and she has actually like a melee weapon called the Buttersock, which is kind of weird. But because the thing with Penny, I think she has more of a track record when it comes to that stuff. And I can actually see like maybe like pushing or maybe getting a fist fight. But I still think Penny would win that fight though. So the last fight is Lockdown against Optimus Primal. So I don't want to get like again banned from the YouTube, but I thought that would be a cool fight, Penny versus Sam Puckett. So this is a fun fight. It's Lockdown versus Optimus Primal. So I think between the two here, Lockdown is always a great fighter, like legit bounty hunter, and his face turns into legit cannon. Because the thing with Primal is he's a great fighter, he has the agility and the skill. I think Optimus Primal would win that fight. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, so bye for now.